Hello and welcome to MidKent College's Apprenticeship Information Session. My name's Lewis, I'm one of the managers in the apprenticeship area, and this video is just to give you a little bit of an understanding and a little bit of information on apprenticeships and how they work. So an apprenticeship, what is it? An apprenticeship really is the best opportunity for you to earn whilst you learn, while you're employed, doing a job that you want to do and learning as you go along. To be an apprentice, it means that you'll be employed for at least 30 hours a week, earning a salary whilst learning the trade that you want to do. And it is a great alternative to sixth form and full-time college study, especially if you're wanting to get into the place and world of work. And as the National Apprenticeship Service would say, why would you do it? Well, actually, 3/4 of apprentices would agree that their chance of earning a higher wage in the future had increased. 90% of apprentices will go on to get a better job or go on to further training after finishing their apprenticeship. And there's so many opportunities out there. So an apprenticeship, what is it? An apprenticeship is now where you come on to a course and you earn while you learn, whilst doing your on-programme training, which is where you'll do on-the-job training, learning at work, off-the-job training, where you'll be learning at college, the knowledge, skills and behaviours you need for your apprenticeship, supported by learning and development and English and maths. And all of these components combined take you through that on-programme journey, which could be anything from a year up to 4 to 5 years long for some of the longer, higher level programmes, or some of the more technical subjects, for example, engineering, that you might study. And once you finish your on-programme learning, you'll then go through Gateway to what will now be an endpoint assessment. And the endpoint assessment is your opportunity to showcase the knowledge, skills and behaviours you've learned through your apprenticeship via a range of methods. And depending on the apprenticeship you're doing, that could be via an observation, a professional discussion, portfolio, a project, an online assessment. It will depend apprenticeship to apprenticeship. And once you've passed your endpoint assessment, you'll receive a grade of either pass, merit or distinction, and that will confirm that you've completed your apprenticeship. Here at MidKent College, we offer a wide range of opportunities, anything from accounting, construction trades, bricklaying, carpentry, paint and decorating, through to our more construction specialist roles, surveying, construction management, civil engineering, onto engineering, HR, motor vehicle. The opportunities are there. But as well as considering what we offer, there are always other opportunities that other providers might be able to help and support you with. Fundamentally though, all of us as providers will have criteria that we will ask you to meet to come onto any apprenticeship programme. For a level 2 programme, that's 5 GCSEs grade 3, including English and maths. For a level 3 apprenticeship programme, that's 5 GCSEs grade 4 or above, including English and maths. Our higher level programmes would normally want you to have done your GCSEs and have then either gone on to have completed appropriate A-levels or a level 3 qualification, or in most cases you'll find that you'll do a level 3 apprenticeship first and then progress on to an alternative programme. For example, here at the college we have lots of students do the level 3 engineering who then progress on to doing the level 4 or the level 6 degree apprenticeship in engineering. But fundamentally there is a few requirements that we have for people to be an apprentice. And the first one is that you need to have a suitable employer supportive of your apprenticeship application. This is you getting your first job so that you can earn while you learn. And you will need to source your own employer. Here at the college, with our careers team, with the apprenticeship recruitment team, we do have the ability to help and support you, but you would need to get your first job and have that employer support you. With that job, you need to be employed for a minimum of 30 hours a week on a PAYE basis, not self-employed. But to be an apprentice, the college does have some expectations on you. Things like you need to be attending college on time, being punctual, your behaviour whilst you're here, because if as an apprentice you're not just here to be a student, you're here to represent your employer who's paying you as part of your weekly wage to come to college to earn while you learn. You'll be allocated a training officer who will support you through your development of your knowledge, skills and behaviours to your endpoint assessment. And working with them and being dedicated to your studies is important. For those of you that may not get the initial entry criteria or may have a 3 or below, you need to be aware and prepare for the fact that apprenticeships will require you to continue to study English and maths and digital skills until you've got a level 2 functional skills or a GCSE grade 4 and above. And that's something you need to remember, that you need to commit to study, because potentially without it, it could stop you progressing through your apprenticeship. But it's not all about what we and employers expect from you. You as an apprentice should expect some things from us and from your employers. One of those being that you should be receiving some form of day release or potentially block release at college to learn and develop your knowledge, skills and behaviours. You should get 20% of your working week, 1 day a week, as off-the-job training. That might be 1 whole day to come to college. That could be a couple of afternoons during a college holiday to do some portfolio work. But that 20% should average out over the length of your apprenticeship. We as a college will provide you with a reviewing officer or your training officer to support you, who will visit you every 12 weeks to make sure you're on the right track, moving forwards with your studies, as well as giving you any additional learning support needs. Because if you have had additional learning support whilst at school, when you move on to an apprenticeship, we still need to maintain that same support. So please don't think it's going to stop you being an apprentice. What we do ask though is you let us know, because if you do, we can make sure we support you through your journey and on to endpoint assessment. So what do you do next? So if you don't have an employer that's going to support you with an apprenticeship application, you might want to think about, what am I going to do instead? Because if you can't find an employer, but you know you want to go and become an engineer or go into human resources or go on to be a carpenter, it may be that you consider a full-time study course as your fallback opportunity. But if not, it's starting to look at where you can find an apprenticeship. And working with our careers team here at the college, they can help and support you with finding that program, with finding that course that's right for you. Plus also supporting you with the National Apprenticeship Service, where you can register on the link that you can see on the screen now, the findandapprenticeship.service.gov.uk, where all training providers and employers list a lot of their vacancies. But you can also go to places like Kent Jobs, Indeed, or even start researching local employers near you, because you may find that a local employer might be interested in taking you on during a school holiday to do some work experience, which you could then work with that employer, and that employer may turn that into an apprenticeship for you after you've finished your GCSEs. So it's something that you might want to look at and something you might want to consider. And as I said, the careers team here at the college are there on hand to support you, to help you, provide you with information on the career path that you want to go on to. And that might be that they support you with CV writing, that might be researching apprenticeships and getting registered with the National Apprenticeship Service, or even completing the applications for a suitable role that you might find there. And our careers team here are willing, welcome and able to help and support you where they can. But there are a few extra things that you get by being an apprentice. And one of those is that you can apply to the National Union of Students, the NUS, to get an apprenticeship student card. And that will allow you to access normal student discounts and also those that are exclusive to apprenticeships that you can use both online and in store. And for some apprenticeships and some trades that you might start in, or some careers that you're working, there is an ability for you to get membership with select industry training boards to give you help and resources in both finding jobs, but also through completing your studies. And I hope you found this short video on apprenticeships useful. And if you have got any queries or questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with any of us that's there on the screen to see if we can help with moving your applications forwards. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.